Good morning.
Are the animals there?
Boo.
Well, we're gonna pull up the anchor for the first time in a few weeks and we're headed out. We're gonna say goodbye to Agua Verde. We've really enjoyed this place and I'm sure we'll be back too. We're just on the beach saying goodbye to some great people that we've met and really made relationships with out here, and it's always the weirdest part is saying goodbye to them and maybe never seeing them again, just staying connected on some social media platforms. Or maybe our paths will cross again as we travel. A little bit left. Neutral.
These little children are asking. Almost done, Bubs.
It feels so good to be out here. As soon as we got around the corner, both Geneva and I looked at each other and we were like, it was time to go. We were getting, not I wouldn't say bored, but you're getting comfortable, and then you get out here and it just, the excitement of adventure kicks back in and you're really glad to be moving along and finding new places. We got the sails up, the motor's still on, we're motor sailing, but the sails are up, the sea is flat, and we're just having a really good time. On to new adventures.
Like there's not going to be any wind today, and it'll be a day full of diesel. Cool. What do you have to say? What are you looking for? You looking for dolphins while eating your avo? What are you looking at? They're coming.
Here they come.
We rounded the corner of Isla Carmen and headed towards Loreto, about 10 miles away, but the wind is higher than forecast, which makes the swell higher than forecast, and Loreto is an open anchorage, so it's not going to be very comfortable unless it's nice, calm, and flat. We decided to not take that risk, and we actually turned around and we're headed 4 miles back towards an island right here that we can get a good night's sleep and stage for tomorrow morning, because tomorrow the wind is forecasted to be super light. So if that actually happens, we'll be able to go to Loreto in the morning and get some shopping done and hang out before we have to get out of there for when the wind picks up. These are those little things that just happen when you're out here cruising. The wind is not always predictable. The forecasts aren't always correct. You got to be able to make those decisions, have a few backup plans, just so you don't run into any problems. We're not out here to be in dangerous scenarios, so we wanted to make a smart choice. And although it's frustrating for me, I would like to be anchored right out in front of Loreto. This is probably the smarter choice, and we'll be there in the morning hopefully. So we'll get set up here before the sunset goes down. Nice and safe evening, everyone will be happy. It'll be a good time. Well, there you go, anchor's all set. We're in our own little cove. We have good protection, so it'll be a lot safer of a night. we'll eat some dinner, get some rest, and then tomorrow we'll try to make our way to Loreto. We did about 30 miles today, not a bad day, about 6.5 hours, so yeah, pretty smooth. That's a day in the life. I think we're gonna do day 2 in the life of liveaboard cruising. We have a very calm morning this morning. So we're gonna pull up anchor and we're gonna go try to anchor out in front of town. It's an open road set anchor, which means it's just not protected from any wind angle at all. So you really have to catch it on a calm day with light wind to no wind. And we should have a few hours today with that. And then we'll grab groceries. So I'm gonna do a part 2 of a day in the life. So 2 days in the life of cruising sailing. And we're gonna show you how we provision. Go into town, go to a grocery store, stock up enough food for a few weeks so we can head back out. What it actually looks like to be on a sailboat. Watching YouTube of other people sailing. Engines on, we're doing 5 knots. Got a couple hours here to go, so pass the time on a beautiful calm morning with Sam Holmes. If you don't follow Sam Holmes, dude is a legend. All right. It feels so good to have the boat out here. Last time we tried to come to Loreto, we actually had to rent a car from Port Escondido. And because the weather just kept coming storm after storm after storm. So to have a calm day where we can come to Loreto, be right here, right outside the city and go get some groceries and get some lunch and hang out feels really good. Now we just gotta get all of that into that little boat.
Well, I think we got everything we need for about 2 weeks of provisions, but in a foreign country with a 2-year-old on foot, carrying all the food, grocery day is always a little bit exhausting. So we're all ready for a margarita and a nap. But now we head off to the next place.
This is Loreto with only 10 knots of wind. It gets super rolly, so unfortunately we gotta head out. We enjoyed town for like 4 or 5 hours, got a ton of groceries, had a 2-year-old meltdown, and now we're gonna head on to more adventure and see what we can find.